Welcome back to my channel, Adam's Adventures. Today I finally conquered the mountain that I've always wanted to do, which is Snowdon in North Wales. Today is going to be a bit of a different video from me, as majority of it's going to be commentating because I couldn't get any live recordings at the time because of the wind. So I do try my best on it. I must say this is one of the best mountains that I've actually climbed. The scenery, the location of it, it just sums it all up, I guess. When you look at this type of mountain, you feel like there is a lot of connection between it, and climbing up to this Lambert's path has made it a unique experience to go by with. I always wanted to decide to climb it at this point in my life, as it's a real achievement to do. As you will see in most of these clips, they're calibrated in one, the staggering amount of distance between each peak is completely different. No mountain is the same. It feels like it's close enough to some parts of Yorkshire, it reminds me of, but technically it's a right different ball game when climbing up this point. It definitely made it a lot easier with the stone paths that is connected. As well as that, it reminded me of some films. This will probably sound funny, but it does remind me of a bit of Lord of the Rings vibe to it, where Gimli, Legolas and Aragorn runs up across the landscape. So it's kind of that feeling where you're in a film. Snowdon is not to be properly tested. It gives a wide diversity of each path you take. It's really a challenge, so please do not attempt it unless you are really going to push yourself near enough 110% of your own body to accomplish it. I had to stop here at the halfway point to get a real good view of this mountain region. At this point I was roughly about 575 meters up. It was absolutely crazy to do, but you can just see on the left side there where I should be achieving. Now I'm starting to progress a bit further, it gets a bit steeper. Your legs at this point start to kind of feel it, but it's worth it as you're just really pushing yourself to an ultimate higher achievable mountain range. Snowdon's not like any of the others. As you can see here, this gentleman really was quite chatty. I talked to him halfway through, but at this point it was getting a bit steeper. It was about 35%, maybe going to 40% high elevation angle. It was really steep, and your legs start to kick in at this rate, and you feel out of breath, and you just want it to end at this rate. As soon as you go underneath this tunnel, as you can see, coming out of it, you see some breathtaking views all around that area. It splits into sections, this Snowdonian range, but these are the best views you can see coming on from the Lambert's Pass. And luckily it was a clear day. It was really closer to the edge. You might not see it properly on the video, but it is real breathtaking, atmospheric. It felt like you were on the edge of the world there. Then as soon as you get a bit further into climbing, you see it's one side, it goes down left, wind hits you on that side, and then a bit further going up it hits you on the right side. It's those crosswinds that's very dangerous, and here is where is the danger zone as it was described on the map, where anything can happen even in the worst conditions. So luckily I didn't go up in winter. I don't know how people do it, but they really certainly do. But you can just see on the left how close I was on the edge. It's only a very little tiny bit, but it's just that justifiable moment where anything can happen. But luckily today the weather was okay. And then I'm moving up a little bit more. Now it goes into the left side, then back into the right. Curve the angle. You can see the train track there for the transport of people that want to go up there. That's closed this year due to the COVID pandemic times. But you can just about see that it is about 45 degrees angle now. This is starting to go a bit steeper, a bit more. It's pretty much a leg burner work day off for you, and I really wanted not bother as much as I really wanted to at this point. I was gradually just hating myself to go. Luckily these two lads were top class people, and they comforted me and guidance because I really want to give up at this point. It's just absolutely extraordinary that you push all your body just to go up at this elevation. It's just weird but really rewarding at the same time. As you can see that on the right side you could potentially slip. If it was really busy around, you have to watch where you step. This is why I usually do my walks quite early in the morning to beat that rush hour traffic, as they always say. But it is really just tiring, body's worn out, you're not really thinking too much, and you just go on. And it gets a bit further to your right and then goes back into the left, and on your right you can just about see what a lovely view down there to Lamberis. But you can see on the right here that one little slip, if you made a mistake in the winter and it was really icy, one little slip, boom, that's it, you're gone. You're nowhere near chance of maybe survival, but it's gonna be a risk to take. Now you're going a bit further up there now, and you can still see it keeps going, you know, it's not going to stop you. It just, from this point, the angle of the elevation of climbing this peak is extraordinary. You keep going up now, and at this point it's a bit misty, a bit foggy, a bit cloudy, hits you. At this point I think I'm about 800 meters, give or take. You can't really see much a little bit, but the visibility does lose itself, and then you see higher what the landscape looks like. And then when I really gradually gone to this part here, several paths join in at one, and you can see on the left side there that little top peak part there, that little pointy bit, that is the summit, and that's still another 100 meters still to climb up, with a lot of little steps and little nooks and crannies round it just to climb it. It's a lot of energy taking. I don't think I remember stopping here at this point. I just carried on because I feel like if I stopped it'll be it really for me. But I didn't want to give up, and that's one thing. Over the years I never want to give up on something to do, but the views are magnificent around here. Now just the last stretch, less than 100 meters left. Stairs are like this, but there are worse, narrower and a bit more complex. But gradually I just carried on and thought to myself, I'm there, just keep going. And as you can see, very little steps left. That's where the trig point is, and you can just see nothing which is obviously you have to take it as it goes along, but still fantastic. Just now the little steps left, which I don't mind. Again, as the wind hits you, this bloke helped me out for take a photo of me standing there, and I couldn't believe it that I've made it 1,085 meters above sea level. Thank you for watching this video that I've created. It was thoroughly enjoyable climbing Snowdon Peak. Stay tuned for more adventures in the near future. The next many videos will be during my holiday in North Wales.